Many proponents of legal recreational marijuana in New Jersey disappointed that it hasn't happened yet. Governor Phil Murphy campaigned on this. It was one of the key hallmarks of his campaign and key promises. Well, Senate President Steve Sweeney, who has not been cooperative with the governor on every single thing that he's wanted, now says that he thinks they have the votes in the legislature to pass a recreational marijuana legalization bill. Joining me now is our 8+ panel for tonight. Republican strategist Jeanette Hoffman. Great to see you, Jeanette.
Thanks, Bill.
And Democratic strategist and legal marijuana advocate Bill Caruso. Good to see you, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
So now I got to start with you, Bill, on this. You are the resident expert on it. Seems to me that when Senate President Steve Sweeney interviewed with Politico and said we have the votes, he said a couple things. One, he doesn't favor the 25-cent tax. I don't know if he thinks it's too much or he doesn't think he can get it through. Two, he's going to tie the two bills together, medical marijuana expansion, which many folks that don't support legal recreational marijuana do support. And three, that he's not going to get overwhelming support, but he might just squeak this one by. What do you think?
All of it's true. So first of all, I think there is a question over the tax rate. One of the concerns on legalizing marijuana is to drive the black markets, and the way you do that is you actually have competitive pricing. Forget about legalization of marijuana and talk about legislative policy. Tie barring bills together, they will be separate bills is my understanding, but tie barring them together, that's how this world works in Trenton. But more importantly, looking at this right now for where the votes are and where the votes are going to come, this has been a process going on for some time. This was a process that was going on before Phil Murphy arrived. So the legislature has been being educated about this, and they're developing positions. For example, having ex-offender language in the bill to allow for these folks to work in the industry, that's a core issue for a lot of folks. If the legislative leadership's on board with that, you know the votes you're going to get with that.
Jeanette, but they don't have a bill yet. So this is just strong-arming people saying, we're going to trade a little bit of medical marijuana that you want and tie it into your vote for legalized marijuana.
This is a lot of arm-twisting, right? Bill, because they haven't been able to get it done. Since Governor Murphy was elected, he said, I'm going to do this in 100 days. That didn't happen. And then they said, we're going to do it in the state budget. That didn't happen. And then the Senate president said, we're going to do it over the summer. And that didn't happen. Now they're saying September. The Senate president's saying, I'm going to do some arm twisting. I'm going to get some people to vote who said they wouldn't. They haven't read a bill. This is why they call politics sausage making, how these laws get made.
Ugly.
It's an ugly process.
And what comes out, sausage is delicious. What comes out of Trenton, not so much.
Not so much.
Question for you, the Republicans not in favor of this necessarily. Many Democrats, certainly the Black Caucus, not in favor of it. Why is no one talking about cost? Maybe it's a better question for both of you or Bill, you. Very low revenue, relatively speaking to the budget in Colorado. There's a rising cost of law enforcement. Where are the details?
Well, first of all, wrong on two things. There are Republicans in support of this, and the Black Caucus has not taken a formal position. The leader of the Black Caucus,
Senator
Ron Rice, he has a very bold position on this, but there are many members of both the minority caucuses, Black and Latino, that are actually proponents.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Bill. We don't know what this is going to cost. We don't know what it's going to cost local municipalities to retrain their drug dogs, to get law enforcement testing for drug recognition experts. There's so many unknown variables out there. For the Senate president to go ahead and say, I have the votes, I think it's a little premature, and it's not fair to New Jersey taxpayers.
We remember the last time we had, well, we'll pass it, then we'll read it. All right, got to leave it there.